They're eating monsters still, aren't they? Yeah, I ate one too. It was good, wasn't it? Yeah. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Delicious in Dungeon. That's right. I'm getting creepy with it. We're in the final hall here. Last episode we got the growing pains and the kind of mismatched personalities with Izuzumi joining the party. I mean, she's a real go-getter, but like, yeah, she was she was a little difficult. Not gonna lie, just a little bit. But really, I mean, she's fun. I like her a lot. She learned some valuable lessons. Hopefully, to trust the party that she's with, no matter who it is, whether it's Churros or this one. But yeah, I like her a lot. Um, Saw some interesting stuff last episode too, like the sheep tree that grows sheep on top. That's actually like full of meat. Such a weird creature, but so cool conceptually. Ice Golem, which was just Senshi losing a Golem core, and it just ended up here was really funny. Seeing Tsutsumi like fight with Chilchuck was pretty fun too. What else was there? Laios, Senshi, and Chilchuck apparently handled all the other wolves, but one got away and broke Zitsumi's arm. And then guess who saved her? The best girl ever, Marcille. And guess what? Now she decided to return the favor and try some food, and everybody was just like, "Oh, you're so cool, you're so nice, I'm so proud of you," you know. And then she scratched everybody like Meowth from Pokemon, just yeah, 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 like yeah, and then just the little cat face emoji. Anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes. This episode is Egg in the Golden Country. I legitimately thought for a second that it said the Golden like Century, and it was like going to be like a century egg kind of thing. But if fuck if I know, right? Yeah, all right. So we're gonna get some. We're probably gonna get some lore about the country that this place was before everything went to shit. And then we'll find an egg? Question mark. I don't know. But before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And away we go. I assume that this is immediately after what happened, and like what we saw was the time. Like this is happening at the same time as our previous episode or episodes were, because if this spell was like pretty instantaneous, then it seems instantaneous. But if it isn't, then it's just like, wow. I mean, as long as it's safe, I guess you can get back to the dungeon. But if it takes like 2 days or something to like get back, seems like a kind of a weird trade-off. Like, okay, you can go back to the surface, but you're gonna have to be in limbo for 2 days.
転移の術がダメになる。
カブル、明日島主に報告。俺はこれ以上ファリンに人を殺めさせたくないだけだ。
What a real okay. You know what? I was worried that you were. I would have accepted the fact that you were going to bring it up to the Island Lord. I'm proud that you are giving some slack towards Laios and the party itself. Mentioning Fallen is important, but I'm glad that he's giving some slack at least. Does it? I know, like, I don't blame him, but my like funny like haha reaction is like, "Oh, you a snitch, bitch! You're gonna die." And I like him. I don't want to. I don't want to feel bad like watching him. You know. That's an elf ship, 100%. That's too elegant, and it looks like it has like some like gilded accents to it. That is 100% an elf ship. I would be surprised if it isn't. I called it. Called it. I wonder if they do that. So there's obviously like when dungeons reach a certain point, there has to be something special about them, you know? So that makes sense that like send an elite force to like get the good shit. On the other hand, why do they need the good shit? Is it because the elves are like they're strong, but there are few of them. So they are like dangerous, like they are dangerous to deal with, but there are so like there's not like maybe like a very like super massive army. I don't know. Because it just seems weird that like they're known to do that, and the only thing that's stopping them is what really? I guess like adventurers, other armies. It doesn't seem like nobody wants to do that. But when I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm also kind of confusing myself a little bit trying to like put it together, but I'm sure we'll get more info about this. Namari, 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 Namari. Love you, girl. And then it's Kaka and Kiki, right? They honestly seemed like nice people. I just don't like the gnome dude. He can suck an egg. But these two, they seem like perfectly fine. The gnome guy loved them. I have no reason to hate them. Yeah, they're eating monsters still, aren't they? Yeah. I ate one too. It was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
僕ら島主に会いに来たんですが。
ああ、そりゃ無理だ。
それはまずいだろ。
迷宮がエルフの手に渡ればそれきりです。
So maybe I was wrong, and maybe they actually do have like a pretty like maybe they're like the global. Well, I wouldn't say global. I don't know global, but maybe they are like the superpower army. You know, if that's the case, I'm surprised there's no. Maybe it's because it's just different settlements in different lands, and not everything is so centralized and easily defendable. But it seems kind of weird that elves are just doing this. Maybe they think they're doing like a good thing, but then you have like these shots where like a lot of people are fucking dead, you know? It's kind of gruesome. And who knows how much is elf, how much is monster, but and yeah, I don't know. If it's just monster, then maybe, but the elves do kind of have like this weird intimidating aura where they just feel it's kind of like a professional killer. Like you just know that when they show up, a lot of people and a lot of things are about to get killed or destroyed or taken or something, you know?
なぜ僕の家族は死ななくてはならなかったのか。母は女で一つで。一部の人種だけが力を持つ今の構造はどちらにとっても不健全だ。
Exactly. It like everyone should have and if elves have all the power and they're just dominating and taking anything that pops up that's like powerful enough, that sucks for everybody else because like then you have like say the eastern kingdoms, then you have the dwarven kingdoms or gnomes or whatnot, beastmen even. Like you just create this like differential that's just so overwhelming that nobody can flourish or change or help change the world for better in like different aspects or for what's good for their kingdom too. Messy. I wonder if there's I wonder if we're gonna be meeting like Marcel's mom, if she's a highly like sought after or respected individual, or just anybody high up in the command chain here. Interesting. That's interesting. So a few of them had the runes inscribed onto them. I'm wondering if it's just a different pigment of skin for Elf that's just natural, or if she is like a different variant of Elf. Like they said dark elf, right? So I don't know if that would I don't know if she would be considered a dark elf or if it's just a different just skin color. Um like a drow or something. She does have white hair. It does kind of remind me of a drow. I don't know. But it's there's a lot of them in just this room. I would as Island Lord, I would feel a little intimidated not having like I have just one dude with me. Meanwhile, you have your whole fucking entourage in the room too. This could turn like to a political like massacre really quickly just because we're so outnumbered. I mean, yeah, we have Kaka, Kiki, and Namari out there, but it's like, does it really matter? Like, everybody here could just die in like 2 seconds because the elves just are annoyed with you and just are going to take it by force. And who's going to stop them, right? Is he under the influence of something? Or someone? Big shirtless elf with a bunch of runes, and he sounds like he's completely drunk. Maybe a charm spell or something? He could just be drinking and losing himself in this. But like, yeah, they're giving me huge like icky vibes right now. I'm not very trustful of what their intentions are here. They want the immortality, right? But how they're gonna get it? This is gonna be hard to figure out just by me thinking me sitting here thinking too much.
さすが島主殿、柔軟で聡明だ。じゃあここにハンコ。制圧できる実力があれば問題なかった。でも無理。それで東電兄弟の噂を耳にした。ありゃ相当育ちがいいな。
There's the original party that got decimated, plus Senshi in the corner there. Adorable. It's very interesting to hear him talk about the siblings he does seem like he's like a really good adventurer, but he just like these people are just like an anomaly, and it something is just they're not like as good at like killing monsters or well killing monsters, but they are good at that, but they're not as good at like being just like a standard party, right? And it's weird. It's like you have a professional setting and you have a general idea of like how things are supposed to act out, how people are supposed to act, you know. And then you run into Laios and then Senshi, and then everything just kind of gets topsy turvy. Marcel is just sort of like a wild card to herself, but she's like she's knowledgeable, she's fun, she's sweet. Chilchuck is straight up a professional, but he starts like falling into like the Senshi Laios funny haha. And then obviously Fallen is just like super impressive. Like even when the flashback that we had for her, she was like really good at like the cultivation of the dungeon that she made. Just having like a deep understanding and respect for the lives of the monsters, the ghosts. It's interesting. I like that. I like this party in general, just because they're so not the norm of this world.
しかしなんとなくこの男が島の運命に大きく関わるのではないかと思った。魔物のことしか考えていない。あいつに島の未来を考えることはできないし。
It's true that he does think a lot about monsters, but I'm wondering if that in itself would make him if he came across like becoming the lord of the dungeon or whatever, you know. If that like excuse me, I had to sneeze. Oh my god. That hurt. Oh my god. Anyway. I wonder if that kind of love for monsters would help him be fair and like just consider everything, you know, kind of like how Senshi and all them considered the ecosystem of the dungeon itself, of the monsters and everything, and try not to destroy it. Meanwhile, the elves here are only thinking of like how the dungeon is progressing, the monsters being a threat, getting this immortality spell, yada yada yada. They're gonna do more damage trying to get to the end point than considering everything else here. And kind of like Kabaru himself, like one of the things that I think made it difficult for him to understand Laios was he came at Laios with this idea of like of trying to like weasel his way into like getting information, which is not a bad tactic in like a general sense, but to understand Laios or like to interact with him and like get a better understanding of who he is, what he wants, yada yada yada, you kind of just have to be forthcoming with it, because I think that's the kind of person he is and something that he appreciates.
エルフたちに邪魔をさせるわけにはいかない。あいつをどうするかはその後。今迷宮は構造や環境、魔物の種類も大きく変動し、非常に目でしたが、人種の壁もあり、故郷の悲劇を繰り返さぬよう。栄養がどう うした？
Who is that Tomura Shigaraki looking dude? that was an interesting looking guy. Hopefully he's not gonna be like like a complete weirdo and just start breaking shit, you know, or destroying shit. All right, that was okay. You know what? I'm with it, man. Cool design.
こちらの個人力もあり、歌屋の迷宮は即座に崩壊しましたが、兵士も住人にも多く
I'm glad that he's looking out for like the other parties too, but he is this is just like a way of trying to control it. Because right now the Lord of the Island is doing fuck all. Meanwhile, this dude, he's actually being a leader right now, even though he's not in a leadership position. He is trying to be considerate and also trying to quote unquote help the elves, which I appreciate. Kabaru is a very good, I would say, politician. But yeah, he's doing a good job trying just being the mediator for this.
任せてください。おい、支度しろ。操作の支度だ。何かた
Look at him. He does look like Shigaraki. And also, yeah, this guy is calling it. He suspects I suspect you're plotting something. Yeah, 100%. This dude, Kabaru has he has a weird charisma about him where like you there are things that like practically you can trust him on. But as a person, you know that he's always like has something in the back of his mind that he's scheming or doing something. He is kind of like a low tier kind of like Batman figure where like he's always having like contingencies in his head or just plans of like how to like get ahead. And it's kind of sad, like in comparison to like Laios, who is pretty straightforward, but is still kind of looked at with like this, like, what do you have planned in your like how in your weird head? And it's just especially from Kabaru, who like kind of doesn't trust him, but wants to, because he like it's obvious that Laios is not like a bad dude. But to like Kabaru, he looks at him and he's just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
企んでいるのだろう。そこまで言うならやってみせて。
I like that we just went from like the political drama to egg. How are we going to survive another massacre? We don't want another genocide on our hands. What are we going to do? And then Senchi's just like, egg. Who's ready for some scrambled eggs, folks? We have a bunch of wolf meat. We're gonna have scrambled eggs and bacon.
以前魂を卵に例えたが
あのね、魂を卵に例えるのは言葉尻を捉えて
I like how deep he's getting with this, especially since it's just him cooking. But it's a good little I like the whole theme of the show has, well, I wouldn't say the whole theme, but a lot of like the underlining themes have been about souls. So it's interesting that now that we're reaching the end, the topic of souls once again is coming up again. I'm wondering if souls in general will be brought to the Mad Mage, and if he's just like a wayward soul that needs rest or something.
卵ほど様々な性質を持つものはないぞ。着性、面白いのは乳化だ。水と油のような
That does actually look really
なん
good.
で卵なんだろう
I would definitely eat that. Soul eggs Bennett. Wow, that looks really good, said she. Oh my god. Wow. I like how everything just looks so melty and pretty. And then you just got some tomatoes and some greens and whatnot there. Man, they gotta have like a cookbook, right? Like I know like a lot of like shows and like anime and stuff have like dedicated cookbooks. I have the One Piece one, but I wonder I'm gonna have to. They would have to, right? They would have to have one for this show. I'm gonna have to look for it after.
どうやって食べればいい？
なんか気配を感じた気が
Sometimes cats can pick up on stuff. They have like a weird sixth sense that just whether they actually hear something or if it's gonna be something like the ghosts are back. Cats usually are pretty good at like just picking up stuff. It's actually quite impressive.
しただけ。
ひょっとしてこれは幻覚じゃない？ それがずっと続いてて。
ずっとなんで黙ってたの？
だってすぐ
I mean, technically, yes, you are kind of sick in the head, my guy. I love you, but you are you are kind of a freak. Just realized something. That's the same ghost. Is that the king? Just straight up, is that the king that died? That the man mage is looking for? He's just kind of like following them around because they're good people or something. I don't know. Like we've seen that ghost too many times now. I'm pretty sure that's the king, or at least like maybe the king's son. I get technically both the king, both the king. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna either I'm wrong and I look like a doofus, or I'm right and I'm a genius, and you're all gonna love me for it. But I'm pretty sure I'm right.
どんな幻覚なんだ？
もはっきりしてきて、怖いからずっと見えないふりをしてた。
It's Ghostface. Look at him. It's is that Matthew Lillard behind there? How you doing, bud? Can you do the Shaggy voice for me? Like Zoink Scoob. I can't do it. Oh man.
たんだが、
やっぱお前聞こえてたんじゃねえか。
言わしても大丈夫かな？
悪霊っぽいの。
Like man, I would be like if I was a ghost and I knew that you could hear me and you could talk to me and you just admitted it out loud, I would be right up against your fucking skull being like, really? Really? All this time? Really?
まあどっちかっていうと。
Granted, I wouldn't want to talk to a ghost either.
悪霊扱いされたことに腹を立てている。
ああ、あの時の。
そういやそんなことあ
And they're like, all right, well, we're ready. And then just. Oh, God. Imagine if these were actual gods of death and it was like Soul Reapers from Bleach. Oh, God. What a crossover, huh? What a weird crossover this would be. This series would be over in like 2 seconds. Get Renji Ibarra in here and he's gonna end it all. Now, on the surface, it looks like they're outside the dungeon, right? I'm not buying that. I'm not a sucker here. I know that they're not outside the dungeon. Are they back in time, or is this like a little like pocket dimension kind of thing or floor that's just weird? Oh my god, Senshi. Every single time you make a noise and do bleh, I love you even more. Even though you're puking right now, you are adorable. You are you are quite literally my favorite guy ever. Oh, and I feel like that's adorable too. I mean, I don't know what just happened and how they got transported here, but like I would probably throw up too.
危ないぞ
いや、俺たちは迷宮から。
こりゃ大変だ一緒に来いでも外から来たあんたらは別だ村の
So this could be a little like pocket dimension or something, just for like the ghosts, where they're like trapped in what was their home before, and maybe that's where the monsters are being cultivated. That's interesting. This excites me a great deal, actually. Actually, like seeing all this is very exciting to like learn about.
あの者を肌身離さずにな
井堤どうしたの？
ここの住人ですか？
そうそうま詳細はこれから会う人に聞いてくれ俺着いたちょっと待ってろ
It makes me think that being I don't know if it's going to be because of something like shonen, kind of like you're the strongest, that's why you were chosen. I'm wondering if it's going to be more like Kingdom Hearts, where it was just like you were chosen because you were kind and you considered more than just yourself. And that's why you're here helping us, because we know that you have the right mindset to like deal with this problem, deal with the mad mage, and like help him get over all this agony and anguish and whatnot.
ないしたもんか
何もない村ですから。
ああ、わしは道中見えた畑を見学したい。
Of course they are. You got the monster fanatic and you have the cooking fanatic. Both want to see where the sausage gets made or gets to live, because like it's fun for them. Especially like they might learn something too. It's very cool. Like seeing all of like the basilisks and the like the giant wolves. I dire wolves. That's got to be kind of exciting. Like, yeah, this is a settlement, and there's monsters here being like living with the people, and they might be ghosts or something, but it's kind of fun, right? It's like a little field trip. They're so cute, man.
井堤を一人にできないし。
Is she terrible shot to like that was a terrible shot to pause on. Is this to me like is there like catnip nearby? Because she seems like she's going nuts right now, dude. I don't think it's teleportation sickness. I think the girl's just like she got a whiff of some catnip and she's just like in the zone right now.
乳牛の代わりです
なぜ魔物を家畜に？
He's so precious. He just loves monsters so much, man. He just loves them so much. Also, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna find livestock out here. You just gotta make do with what you got. And you know what? Country ghosts make do.
手入れの行き届いた見事な畑だ。
もう地上と同じ暮らしを続けてるのさ。
なんと。
具合が悪いわけじゃなさそう。
That's cute. That's really cute. It seems like Itsuzumi is just like more cat than human right now, you know? I'm wondering if that's like the cause, like this is being here is the cause, like maybe it amplifies something. I don't know. The black magic or whatever. And she's just losing herself into being into more cat. But this place seems nice. Everyone seems kind of chill. I like it.
私でよければ。どれにしよう。やっぱり。
Whoa! Walk, fashion, baby. Work it, make that thing look crazy. Is that the lyrics? That's not the lyrics, but like, holy moly. I love it.
なんか思ってたのと違うな。ですが、最近のものは特に評判がいいですね。
Or customers? Do they come by here? Huh. So it must be accessible somehow, right? Unless the orcs were already part of the country. So there's probably a way out that's just like normal, right? Because it doesn't. Part of me is like it's real life, but also part of me feels like this is like some sort of dream or like not 100% real, you know? But it does seem like this is just like another like floor. Maybe it's a hidden floor, you know? I don't know.
ひょっとしてワインも作ってる？
実は最近作り始めたのですが。
あ、そう。
Say what now? 600? Oh, damn. You don't look a day over 21, sir. Love you. All right. Much respect. Respect the craft.
お、やったな。心の中にしまっとけ。
Yeah, keep that to yourself, please. He's so excited. He's just like, oh my god, I finally did it. I finally did it. Chilchuk, you have no idea how long I waited for this. What did you do? I milked a minotaur. You did what? You did what, Laios? You did. Excuse me? Did you keep it? Yeah, of course I kept it. It's precious milk. I'm not gonna drink that, but it's so good. He just starts chugging it. It's like, oh wait, this one was the bull one. Oh god, so gross, man. I'm gross. I hate it.
なんたることだ。ここでは魔物の養殖に完全に成功してる。
すごい体験だ。
They're just so entranced right now. Meanwhile, the Marcel and Izutsumi are just having a fashion show. Really, she's looking like old Lady Gaga, just with the weird outfits and everything. It honestly looked really good on her. I liked the like the black with like looked like stars all over. Oh, so pretty.
なぜ井筒がそんなに懐いてるんだ。
あ、そっち。ここは大量。
When the little kid just does not vibe with you at all. That's so funny. She's clinging to Marcel so tightly. So yeah, she is kind of like being a kid right now. I'm wondering, soul related? We talked about soul before, obviously, but I'm wondering if like the beast part, there's just there is another like soul that was a kid in this country that's now being kind of reverted. I don't know. It's weird that she's being a kid, like being very like clingy and everything. I made the catnip joke, but now I'm interested in seeing what the hell's going on with her.
量の結界が何重にも貼られてるから、それが井筒の何かに関。
Oh, okay, it was the barrier. That kind of makes that could be, yeah.
ここはすごい場所。こんな状況じゃなければ、いつまでも滞在し。
Yeah, I like for them this is like kind of what they always wanted in a way. Then on the other hand, it's sort of it's sort of too good to be true. This could be their out of like if they don't want to go back to the surface or they can't. This could be their out of just like we'll just stay here then. Meanwhile, the elves start marching in, just soldier march and just burn everything.
皆さんお待たせいたしました。
It's those statues again. It all comes back around. I know it's the same kingdom. Are we gonna see something like this, like the lion, griffin, whatever I thought it was?
皆さん、お会いしたかった。僕の名前はヤード。あなたが
Hello,
ご
Yad.
存知であろう。話をいたしましょう。配膳を。
Vegetables and slime aspect beef rib steak. That looks good. Like just a jello mold with some beef in it. Right? That looks like beef attached to it and then just regular ribs and whatnot. That's nice. So yeah, there is a relative of the kingdom here. I don't know if that's the straight up like they said master. I don't know if this is the straight up like master. I don't know if the king is gonna come like in some fashion back, but we'll find out. Oh, bladefish and rabbit. Night.
皆さんも日常的に魔物を
それが狂乱の魔術師が
That's what it is. The immortality. They're not ghosts, but they are. This is the Orm. Okay. Yep. Got it. Okay. That makes so much more sense.
私たちにかけた不老不死の呪縛です。ができる状態ではありませんでしたから。しかし、我々の
Another theme of the show. Eating is a sign of life, of love, of enjoyment. People love food. People love cooking. People love sharing meals. I love this show. I love it. It's nice, and I think it's nice to see that like they share that common value. Like this party and then this kingdom kind of has the same thing. It could have been like after years of just kind of like never dying that they slowly just grew to appreciate it more, but either way they have the same understanding and love of eating and cooking and enjoying a meal.
たくないとは言えない雰囲気になってしまった。
長く気に病んでいるようでした。そして助けを求めるため、
ではある日突然村の近墓地から現れ、亡国の王を名乗り、
体を失うと次第に自我を失い、悪霊になってしまう。
Which obviously I feel like the being able to leave and then die might to some of these people be a better fate to like, because just living an endless loop of just life, death, and then having the mad mage always constantly over your head in some way, it's got to get tiresome. Knowing that the king left to try and like help the situation but died, and then she even said like she's glad he found solace, at least in like, or finding solace in that he passed on. I'm assuming that ghost is him, by the way, still, but yeah, it's an interesting little dynamic here.
あなたたちも何度か遭遇したはず。
した。
And it was delicious. You should try it sometime. Here's some sorbet of your people's ghosts.
私たちがここへ招かれた理由は、
予言です。
翼？
Winged sword.
確かに翼はついているが、
Well, guess what, bud? You're you're the child of prophecy now. Or maybe the child of prophecy is actually Kensuke and the sword. We all think it's Lyos, but then like most little hand just come out and he's just like, "Why, Ayana? I'm gonna punch that bad mage straight in the jaw."
翌日はこの国の守り神。狂乱の魔術。
Oh my god, are we gonna get the winged lion? Oh my god. It's happening! It's happening! My theories are coming true! The conspiracy is real!
花を我々を導いてくれています。ライオス殿、予言はこう続きます。翼持つ剣を携えた者、この国の新たな王となるであろうと。決まっていたことだったのでしょう。我々を解放してくださると。
それは。
Listen, I think the right answer here would be like, I'm glad to like try and help you guys. I'm going to go defeat him because that's the only way that I could probably save my sister from being a monster forever. Yeah, I feel like that's the easier answer because you don't want to be somebody's like saving grace and complete, but like you could be like, yeah, man, I'll give it my best shot to like help you guys out if you want. But like, I'm going out there to save my sister. So if we defeat the Mad Mage, at least it helps both of us, right?
ちょっと考えさせてください。いつの間にそんな姿になったんだ？
Look at Senshi just laying there. Yeah, he's just chilling out, man. Good for you, bud. Is this just the guys' room? And are they all just, are these two just sharing a bed, or is there actually 3 beds? Either way, it's Senshi just like just letting it all hang out there. Good for you, bud.
ダンジョンクリーナーに食われた時が怪しいな。
こいつ抜け抜けと。
何が皆様たってのご希望だ。
それでうまく調理が行えなかったのだろう。
Yeah, makes sense.
1000年もの間、なぜそれらに手入れをし、維持し続けてきたのか。
Yeah, it's the little things that help ground you in reality and give you purpose. And it's sad. They're immortal, but are they living? What's the point of living forever if you're just doing the same thing and just trapped like this? The Mad Mage is cruel for just putting this onto all these people instead of just letting them move on with their lives, i.e., just passing on.
ライオス、わしは以前、
なんて言ったっけ？
まあ、一晩よく考えてみなさい。
一人になりたくないんだもん。井筒もちょっと変だし。
This was a very good episode for it's kind of setting everything up for the finale here. It's interesting to be in seeing the residents of the country and just I knew that they weren't 100% on the mage's side, even though they probably could find some like sympathy or whatever for him. It's nice to get confirmation on that. And then you have the elves that just came into the here, and they're just ready to like brush in, break, kill, whatever they need to get this under control. Meanwhile, Kaburu's trying to be the politician, keep everything in check. Man, this is an interesting setup. I'm wondering how this is turning out, really, because this is rough. And then Laios has all this like responsibility now, and he's have people relying on it. God damn, dude. Man, I'm excited. I'm stressed, but I'm excited to see how this turns out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye. Bye, guys. See you then. Bye.